Hello, everyone. Today we'll be delving into an essential aspect of construction projects governed by the Davis-Bacon and related acts, also known as DBRA. DBRA mandates the payment of prevailing wages on projects that require federal funding or assistance. So this means that as contractors, we are obligated to adhere to specific wage standards set by the DBRA. The term prevailing wage encompasses the basic hourly rate plus any listed fringe benefits specified in the Davis-Bacon wage determination. It is crucial for us to be familiar with and abide by these predetermined rates to ensure compliance. Contractors are required to pay covered workers on a weekly basis. Additionally, submitting certified payroll records to upside management is a mandatory part of the process to ensure transparency and accountability in the compensation provided to our workforce. Let's dive into the responsibilities outlined on this slide, focusing on the subcontractor's role in the certified payroll process. The subcontractor's administrator holds a key role in this process. They must distribute the certified payroll guide and wage determination to relevant parties. This step ensures the timely generation and submission of certified payroll reports as per the guidelines outlined in the CP guidance. The foreman's involvement is crucial in reviewing the trades that their laborers will be engaged in. This step aligns work activities with the trades specified in the wage determination. The subcontractor's foreman plays a vital role in maintaining accuracy in this documentation process. Emphasis on legibility of all information on the sign-in sheet to facilitate clarity and accuracy. So the trades listed on the wage determination are the only ones that are permitted on the daily sign-in sheet provided by Upside Management's superintendent. This includes the arrival and departure times, the total hours worked, deducting any lunch breaks. For example, if a laborer works from 8 to 4 p.m. with a 30-minute lunch, then you would record 7.5 hours, and then the foreman would initial the daily sign-in sheet. On Wednesdays of the following week, the subcontractor's payroll administrator will receive an Excel spreadsheet via email listing all the employees, their trades, and the hours worked. They in turn must submit certified payroll reports to Upside Management on a weekly basis corresponding with their weekly payment cycle. Let's delve into subsequent steps in the certified payroll process. The payroll administrator will use WH-347 form to generate the certified payroll report and statement of compliance. After you complete this, you will submit the certified payroll report along with any of your lower tier certified payroll reports to Upside Management's certified payroll email address that was provided. You have to ensure that these hours match or exceed what is listed on the Excel report from Upside Management. Any discrepancies should be addressed promptly by contacting the Upside Management site superintendent through your foreman. Upside Management's CP review will ensure alignment between the daily reports and the certified payroll reports. If there are any discrepancies, your certified payroll report will be sent back to your payroll administrator for corrections. In cases where the discrepancy is on our end, we will reach out to our site superintendent for clarification. The purpose of wage determination under the Davis-Bacon related acts is to establish and prescribe the minimum wage rates to be paid to laborers and mechanics employed on federally funded or assisted construction projects. The Davis-Bacon Act applies to contractors and subcontractors performing work on a federal government contract exceeding $2,000 for construction, alteration, or repair, including painting and decorating of public buildings or public works. The wage determination is essentially a document issued by the U.S. Department of Labor that outlines the minimum wages, including both basic hourly rates and fringe benefits that must be paid to different classes of laborers and mechanics on a specific construction project. These rates are determined based on the prevailing wages in the locality where the construction work is taking place. The key purpose of the wage determination under the Davis-Bacon Act include: 1, the primary goal is to ensure that workers on federally funded construction projects receive fair and prevailing wages for their labor. 2, by setting the minimum wage standards, the Davis-Bacon Act claims to prevent contractors from gaining a competitive advantage by underpaying workers. 3, the wage determination provides a standardized framework for determining wages, promoting consistency and fairness across projects. 4, contractors and subcontractors are required to comply with the wage rates specified in the wage determination to meet the legal obligations of the Davis-Bacon Act. Overall, the Davis-Bacon Act and its associated wage determinations seek to protect the economic well-being of workers engaged in federally funded construction projects by establishing a fair and uniform system for determining wages. When reviewing a wage determination, you need to pay attention to the pay rate and fringe benefits, as these are crucial components that determine the total compensation for laborers and mechanics on a construction project. Here are the key points to consider. 1, the basic hourly rate is the core component of the wage, representing the standard pay for an hour of work. Pay rates can vary based on the type of work or trade being performed. So you have to ensure that you're aware of the specific pay rate applicable to the job classification or trade in question. 2, fringe benefits are additional compensation provided to workers beyond the basic hourly rate. Fringe benefits may include items such as health insurance, retirement contributions, vacation pay, and other benefits. The fringe benefit amount is usually expressed as a monetary value per hour worked. 3, the total compensation is the sum of the basic hourly rate and fringe benefits. For accurate payroll calculations, it is essential to consider both the pay rate and fringe benefits when determining the total amount to be paid to workers. 4, the wage determination often includes different pay rates and fringe benefit amounts for various job classifications or trades. Ensure that you correctly identify the job classification or trade relevant to the work being performed. 5, wage determinations are specific to certain localities, and the rates may vary based on the prevailing wages in that area. So please pay attention to the location specified in the wage determination to ensure compliance with local standards. 6, some wage determinations may reference executive orders or other laws that impact minimum wage rates. Be aware of any additional requirements or changes specified in these references. 7, wage determinations are subject to periodic updates. Ensure that you're using the wage determination that was sent with your subcontract to stay compliant with current wage standards. 8, keep thorough documentation of wage determinations, including any updates or modifications. This documentation serves as evidence of compliance in cases of audits or inquiries. By understanding and accurately applying the pay rate and fringe benefits outlined in the wage determination, you ensure compliance with the Davis-Bacon and related acts regulations. And these are just samples of the pay rate, the trades, and the fringes. So let's talk about the WH-347 form. The completion of this payroll form is optional if you have your own payroll system and it conforms to the WH-347 and contains all the necessary information. You may use that. If you do utilize this WH-347 payroll form as a PDF, saving it electronically aids in making any needed corrections. So number 1, you have to check one of the boxes and list whether you're a subcontractor or contractor here on the upper left side. You have to fill out completely your contractor or subcontractor's address. The payrolls must be numbered sequentially and should be based on the weeks worked under a contract. You would have to type the word final when the last payroll is submitted for the project. So for the week ending, that's the last day of your pay period. You would have to list the name and location of the project as indicated on your subcontract documents. Where it says project or contract number, you would have to include the prime contract number. Please don't use the upside management subcontract number. Block 4 indicates the days and dates of the pay period. This should match the week ending directly above. So in block number 1, you would actually list each worker's name, and only the laborers or mechanics performing construction work under the contract should be listed. Please note that business owners only need to include their name, work classification, including the term owner, and the daily total hours worked. You would specify the job classification, which you get off the wage determination, and corresponding job title. Block 5, you specify any overtime and straight hours worked on the project. Note that hours worked must accurately reflect overtime and straight time hours worked under this contract. Block 6, you list your hourly wage rate and fringe paid in cash, not those paid to plans. Block 7, specify the gross earnings for the hours worked under the contract in the top half if part of the worker's weekly wages was earned on projects other than the project described on this payroll. Then enter the gross amount earned on this contract in the top half of column 7. Enter the gross amount earned on all jobs during the week in the bottom half of the diagonal line. Block 8, you would list all of the withholding deductions to include state, local, and other deductions. Block 9, specify the net amount paid to the employee for their pay. If an employee performs multiple work classifications under the contract, use 2 or more lines to distinguish the different job classifications, hours worked, and hourly wage earned for each. On one line, list the first trade, the hours, the pay rate, and fringe, and gross wages on the top portion of the column. On a separate line, list the second trade, hours, pay, and fringe, and then tabulate the gross earned for this trade. Then in the bottom portion of the column, ensure that you add both the top portion of the first trade and the top portion of the second trade in the lower portion of column 7. If fringe benefits are not paid as cash to an employee, enter an explanation on page 2, the Statement of Compliance, signatory page under C, Exceptions. Provide explanations of other deductions on the signatory page. For this, you would enter the date, name, title of the company name, the job location, dates of the pay period worked, and explanation of other. And then you would select either 4A for fringe benefits paid to an approved plan, or select 4B for fringe benefits paid in cash. Block C, you would list any explanations of exceptions to fringe benefits. For employees that are 1099 employees, please put 1099 employees in the remarks, along with their name. Type the name and title of the signatory party along with their signature on the bottom. Next, we'll explore consequences of discrepancies and additional considerations in the certified payroll process. Rejected CP reports can lead to delays in payments to subcontractors. It is crucial to work diligently to ensure that your reports align with your foreman's approvals. In weeks where no work is performed, you would provide a CP stating the phrase "no work performed" along with the period of inactivity. The wage determination specifies the pay rate and fringe benefits to be paid to each laborer for the trade that they are engaged in. If your company pays fringe benefits to an approved plan, fund, or program, please ensure you select Block 4A on the Statement of Compliance, which is the second page. If your company pays cash fringe benefits, select Block 4B on the Statement of Compliance. As we progress, let's just keep these considerations in mind to ensure a smooth and compliant certified payroll process. I want to extend my sincere gratitude for taking the time to review our recent certified payroll presentation. Your attention to details is invaluable. Should you have any further questions, suggestions, or if you prefer a callback to discuss specific points, please feel free to reach out to us at certifiedpayroll@up-sidemanagement.com. If a callback is preferred, kindly include your contact number in your email. Your feedback and engagement are highly appreciated, and we look forward to any further collaboration. Thank you once again.